Many of us are paying with an early grave because we believe the best doctors wear white coats and stethoscopes. But I'd like to introduce you to the greatest physician of all time. And guess what? She doesn't charge for visits. The most famous story ever told says that man was made and placed in a garden, not in a palace or a city. His duty was to manage and steward what had been given to him as a gift. That gift is the gift of nature. She is a master physician, and the ancients knew it. Listen to what the famous psalm says: "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures." Did you catch that? Not in crowded asphalt city parking lots. It continues: "He leads me beside the still waters, not beside roaring interstate traffic." Goes on: "He restores my soul, not in concrete jungles or buildings with flashing neon lights. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake." Do you see what we've done? Multitudes of us have traded the garden for a miserable stinking grind. We've replaced still waters with scrolling screens. We breathe toxic air. We eat artificial and gut rot food. We consume beverages that poison us. And we wonder why depression, anxiety, and disease rule the land. I don't know about you, but I've heard people say that life is like a game. And I agree. And every game has a set of rules. If you learn the rules and master them, you'll do better than most. And no, I don't just mean financially. I'm talking holistically: body, mind, and spirit. These rules are nature's prescriptions. What are some of them? I'll give you the foundation, but you have to build your own discipline and do your own homework. The first is proper nutrition. Eat whole foods. Think vibrant veggies, fruits, and clean meats. Not antibiotic-riddled feedlot Frankensteaks or lab-concocted food that sounds like a chemistry experiment. By the way, have any of you read some of the labels on the things that you eat? Hippocrates is given the credit for saying, "Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food." Again, these were the ancients, and they knew that nature had the power to heal. The second prescription is exercise, the kind that gets the heart rate up and the blood moving. Used to, men and women forged these ironclad hands through hard, honest labor. Now multitudes have traded that for these flimsy typewriter fingers and limp wrists swiping screens like it's a full-time job. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Just go out there and shake a few hands these days and you'll feel it. We're talking soft, lifeless grips from a generation that's lost touch with real work. The third prescription is pure water. You know, the original zero-calorie energy drink, not the artificially flavored sugar-soaked sodas or chemical cocktails we've accepted as these counterfeit forms of hydration. The fourth prescription is restful sleep, not willfully induced comatose from chugging stinking NyQuil or scrolling TikTok till your eyes bleed out of your head. The fifth prescription is real sunlight. Yes, real sunlight, not the artificial light from the fluorescent bulbs in the workplaces or the offices that keep many of us looking like the Walking Dead, or from the tanning beds that we willfully get into to cook ourselves like a rotisserie chicken. The sixth prescription is the queen of them all, and it is called self-control. Without her, everything else collapses, just like a toddler's patience in a toy aisle. If you can't say no to your lower nature's desires and passions, if you can't put down the sweet treats and greasy meats, you can be sure that you'll keep sabotaging your own health and well-being. You might even just keep running to those white coat, stethoscope wearing doctors to get your pills that help mask the symptoms and never fixing or curing the cause to the problem. So the more you resist the urge to eat those little Debbies, guess what? The less likely you'll be to turn into one. Self-control is the difference between temporary pleasure and long-term power. So train her, guard her, crown her, because self-control, when it reigns, you're the master and not the slave. The seventh prescription is fresh air. We want lungs deeply filled with the pure sense of wildflowers, not overly crowded office rooms filled with cologne clouds and microwave lunches. And finally, the eighth prescription is the capstone of them all: faith in the great physician's processes. It's trusting divine design, not blind hope and diet fads, or not these pill-popping promises or these self-help gurus peddling affirmations and yoga retreats for your wallet's soul. We weren't made for concrete cages, you guys. We were made to walk with the Creator in the cool of the day, to feel the sun on our skin, and to eat from trees and not factories, to learn from birds, streams, and seasons. Listen to what the wise man Job said. Look what he says here. "But now ask the beasts, and they will do what for you? Will teach you. Ask the birds of the air, and they will tell you. Or speak to the earth, and it will teach you, and the fish of the sea will explain to you. Y'all, creation is still speaking. If you'll slow down to listen, the Creator says this: Be still and know that I am God. So the question is, will you let nature do what God designed it to do? Will you let the Creator use his oldest tool on you? Will you step back into the garden and be made whole? Then walk with him. Follow the Creator's laws and see for yourself if he doesn't restore your soul just like he has mine.